They think if we speak English in front of other people, they're gonna make fun and they're gonna laugh at me. So that is the biggest barrier on their way. They shouldn't think like that way. And as you just mentioned, and I also believe that they need to find out some, imperative sentences, small sentences like "shut the door,"
mm,
"how are you." It is easy for them to just ask, "How is your day going?" Something, some kind of these things
mm.
which they can just use. They need to start from the greet each other.
Yes,
Okay, like
yes,
hello, good morning, good evening, good night, some kind of things, because they are at their initial stage. It's very hard for them to even greet other people. They find it how to start. So first of all, they need to learn how to greet, how to ask their day, and how
yes.
to introduce themselves. They need to
Really, really,
memorize
ma'am.
it.
Very well done.
Yes,
Very well
they need to
said.
memorize. Yeah, when they introduce themselves, maybe when they start introducing themselves, they cannot just get perfection, but after time they feel okay. Now I am able to say my name. Now I am able to talk about my profession, about my family, my hobby. That's
Yes.
all they need to do. Once they feel like okay, now I am confident, I can just speak English.
Mm,
Then they need to move further. And
mm.
some of them they are just after grammar. What do you say? Do you have any ideas about this? If someone wants to learn grammar,
Yes,
do you
yes,
think
yes, ma'am.
how they can learn, or this is important? Or I know they need not to wait to know all the grammar rule and they need to speak English. Then they need to just make sure that they learn grammar along with their English they speak and they learn. So, what do you want to say about that?
Yeah. Actually, if it comes to grammar, so grammar is very important. If English is body, so grammar is the soul of the body. You know, we can't get it separate. But
Hmm.
if we talk about at the initial level for the beginners, and for them grammar is like a big thing, like a big barrier, that how to start to learn grammar and to teach to use grammar in their spoken. So for this, I would love to say that they should practice grammar in their spoken English, not particular with the different rules.
Hmm.
They should not.
Yeah.
They need not to mug up all the rules of grammar. They need to work
Yeah.
upon simple present tense, simple past tense,
Mm.
and continuous tense of all the tense.
Yes.
So these are the basic
Yes.
tense that are required for our speaking.
Mm.
And apart from that, we can work on our preposition, because
Mm.
preposition knowledge is must. When we
Mm.
don't know how to use preposition, so that time also we are unable to connect the sentence, yes,
Yes.
properly. Yeah.
Yes, you are right. I agree with you. They need to start from somewhere. They need to make sure they are able to greet and
Mm,
ask other people about the day, and then they are able to talk about their day. They are able to introduce themselves as well, and after that, they can move to imperative sentences. And
really.
when they feel confident, then they can move to the grammar part. And as you just mentioned, couple of tenses which are really very important when we have to use them in our spoken English. So, simple present, continuous, perfect, simple past, and simple future, that would be enough for them to start.
Yes.
So, they need to have good knowledge of that, but they need to also make sure that they listen attentively. So, when they listen
Mm,
attentively to the speakers while they are talking, if they are
mm,
able to use those tenses in their conversation, in their sentences, that way they will learn better and they will be able to understand better. But sometimes
mm,
I have also seen if someone is blank, it is very easy for them to learn English, anything else.
yes.
But if someone has knowledge, okay, some knowledge, and they are making mistakes and they are habitual to make those kind of mistakes because there is no one to correct them. Yes,
Mm,
then it is very hard for them to get rid of that mistake. So
yes.
they, yeah. So first of all, I think it's good for the beginner because they have no idea. They can just start, and if someone is there to guide them, that would be very great. If they can go for the guidance, that will be very helpful for them. I always believe the right mentorship is the key. If they can get it, that would be great.
Yeah, actually, if I talk about mistakes, so there is a, it is natural. Even I also make mistakes sometimes, but I always listen my speaking videos so that I can work upon my mistakes and I would not repeat that mistakes again and again. So this is the
Yeah.
thing. And other thing is listening. As at starting level, we talked about speaking. So listening is also must, because if when we listen, we get a proper pronunciation as well, and how to use sentence means sentence structure as well. So listening is very important, and listening should be repeatedly. Means if we are listening one
Hmm.
particular video or one particular content, so we should listen to that particular one multiple times, so that
That's true.
you can get first time you are just listening for the content and for your listening practice, but again and again when you are listening, that is for your comprehension, and it's very important. Yeah.
That is true. You nailed it actually. You said that if we listen a content multiple times, that way we are able to understand that and comprehension well. That one is really helpful because if we don't understand what the other person is saying, so that way we are not able to give answer. So as long as we are able to understand other point of view, we listen attentively because as you just mentioned, listen attentively is very good. As long as we are listening attentively and we are putting in our efforts towards speaking and expressing our idea, that is good. But I wanted to just ask, have you ever noticed you are making mistake multiple times whenever you watch your video, say, oh my goodness, I made a mistake here, I have
Hmm.
made mistake here, but still you are finding it is very hard to get rid of that habit. So have you ever felt that? How did you get rid of that?
Yeah, actually, if any time I find the same mistakes that I'm making one type of mistakes again and again, so I provide practice to make those type of sentences.
Hmm.
In starting, I used to do this type of mistake like when I was just talking to someone, I used to say he to she to he, and sometimes she with do and he with does or do, means I was confused. I know
Hmm.
that which is used do or does, but at the time of speaking, I used to make these type of mistakes, but by the practice I have overcome that mistakes. Yes.
Okay. So, would you like to share some idea? How did you practice? So, it will help viewers to know, okay, if they are habitual to make one particular mistake over and over again, how to get rid of that. So, would you like to share
Yes.
your ideas? How did
Yeah,
you do that?
actually this is all about repetition. If I am suppose if I used to make the spelling mistakes like sometimes we used to make like he do his work, he do not go there, or
Doesn't.
he do not complete his work. So in that time I used to make more lots and lots sentence with he, like he does
Hmm.
this, he does that,
Hmm.
he does right, he does not go there,
Yeah.
he does not
Hmm.
come. Matlab, all the sentence that is
Yeah.
starting from he does, I do that multiple times. Yes.
That is a really very good way, as you just mentioned. If you
Hmm.
are making any kind of mistake, you need to make sure you practice a lot. You need to make sure that a lot of times you say that sentences over and
Hmm.
over again, and that way you will be able to get rid of that. Like you said that before you used to say he do. Yes, and now
Hmm.
you are able to say he does. So if
He
you make
does.
okay, he does go, he doesn't
Okay, we,
like
we should
this,
we
he
should do repetition of the same word. He does, he
repetition
does,
of the
he does.
sentences,
In
and we
this
can make
way.
up multiple sentences using he does, she does, kind of that thing,
Hmm.
and that way we will get rid of that. When we talk, we need to make sure we are very consciously talking. We have to put our efforts when it's fixed into our subconscious mind. That way we can just feel relaxed. Okay, now we need to move forward, then we need to learn something new. But until we are not able to fix our old mistake, we need not to go further because we are not able to say basic sentences correctly and we want to go to advanced level. So that is the one thing. What about the reading part? Would you like to throw some light on this? Do you read something? Do you find it very helpful?
Yes. So about reading. If I talk about reading, so reading part is very important, and for reading, I love to go with short
Mm,
stories, because
mm,
if I talk about fiction or novels, so that
yes.
are so long and it takes much time, and as we are just so busy in our lives, so we are not getting proper time to read, because we have to go household chores as well as our workplace also, we have to see everything, so I'm not able to get so much time. But for reading practice, I read one short story every day. Yes, and it
Mm,
takes hardly 5 to 10 minutes, and out of one story, we can get lots of new words and sometimes one idiom and new sentence structure as well. It is very important, because
mm,
if we should not, according to me, we should not skip any skills. Those who say only concentrate on listening and speaking at first, after that, but I would love to say that if you want to get a proficiency in any language, so these four are the basics one. We have to pay attention on listening, reading, writing and speaking as well. And
yes.
if I talk about writing, so I do proper attention on my writing part also. For writing, I do journaling. I keep the journal, and at night before going to bed, I write whatever thoughts come to in my mind. And sometimes I just summarize my day. Sometimes I just write about good moments of the day, and sometimes as a bad experience as well. Yeah, but writing is also good thing, because whenever we are writing, so we are giving instructions to our some subconscious mind, and that time we are using our new vocabs as well. So in
That's
this way,
true.
it is also a good way to learn language. Yeah.
That is true. I must say you are putting in your lots of efforts towards learning English and you are getting better day by day. I can feel that. I can hear it, the sound you are making and the way you are expressing that is very commendable. So yeah, that is very good. If someone wants to learn English, that person need to write as well as reading. Reading is very
Yes.
important. So if they can start from children's book, that would be great because children books are very
Really.
amazing for the beginner to start with. And also I think they should just spend 5 minutes in reading, that would
Yes.
be enough. Yes, not more than
Yeah.
5 minutes, because I know these days time is
Mm.
very hard to catch up and it flies very quick, so that time is the problem these days because life is very critical. It's not as easy it
Yeah.
used to be before. So thank you for today. It was really nice conversation with you. Thank you for sharing your beautiful insight. I really like that the idea you share regarding learning English, how you are learning, and it is very inspiring and so good for the learners to hear this, and some
Yeah.
of them may be able to follow these instruction or suggestion. I would say suggestions you have given. So
Yeah.
that's very good. So bye for
Yeah.
now. If you want to ask something, feel free to ask.
Yeah, sure. First of all, I would love to say thanks a lot, because you have put up so many good questions to me, and that will be very useful for all the beginners and all our viewers as well, because
Yeah.
it was full of knowledge and informative one. And the main mantra that I would love to share, that is practice. If you want to just gain any goal in your life, so the main thing is practice, practice and practice. That
That
is
is
the thing.
true. That
Yeah.
is true, Geeta. I really like that. I just ask all the question randomly because I didn't prepare anything. I don't know. Okay, I just
Yeah.
ask. English is so easy topic, and everybody likes to learn and hear about English
Yes.
because the English is the attraction for everyone, and everybody likes to improve their English skills. So that is a good thing. And you shared very beautiful ideas. I am really very grateful to you, and thank you so much. And we'll catch up later soon. Take care. Yeah.
Okay,
Bye.
then bye bye. Thank you so much.
See ya. Bye.